You're listening to the Comic Crusaders Podcast. I am your host, Al Mega, CEO of Comic Crusaders and Undercover Capes. In this show, I'm sitting down with creators from all walks of life to talk about inspiration, process, the lessons they've learned, and a whole lot more. Wepa! What it do, everybody? Welcome to a brand new Comic Crusaders Podcast. I'm your host, Al Mega. Welcome. Today, I am very happy and proud to introduce this next person. This person is killing it. He got crazy designs. He's on a journey. My man is on a mission of positivity and education, all about, just like me. He's a fellow Puerto Rican talking about everybody could eat in this table. But he's much more talented than I, because his artistry is just amazing. That's something we're going to share. I am very proud to introduce the one and only Bobbito Ross. Wepa, hermano, what's going on? How you doing?
I'm good, brother. How you doing today, man?
I'm doing good, man. I am live out here straight in Orlando, but still with the energy in New York, as we could see, bro. And I love the flag behind you right now. That's proper, very to the point of what's going on today there too.
Yes.
Wepa, some truth right there, boy.
Like I was telling you backstage, man, when we both woke up today is a blessing, and it gives us one day closer to our success and what we both doing, and we're being inspirations to everybody else that's watching us. So I appreciate you, and thank you for the opportunity, my brother.
First, a shout out to my lady, Aurelis, that said, "Yo, you guys check out this amazing artist. He's dope." I said, "All right, babe," and then I was like, "Oh, fire!" And say, "Hey, buddy, how you doing?"
I appreciate that.
Okay. So tell us a little bit about yourself, my brother, man. For real, where you from?
Well, I'm Puerto Rican descent, African heritage. I come from the county of Queens, Jamaica, Queens to be exact. I lived out there pretty much my whole life. You know what I'm saying? That's just the beginning process.
All right.
From there, everything started off with graffiti. You know what I mean? I grew up, I'm a 75 baby. You know what I'm saying?
So am I, bro. We're aging ourselves. But look at look at mine, though. I don't want to die, though. I just want to leave it as it is. Look at this.
It's wisdom. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is. Let's keep it that way.
La canita, canotas over here, bro. It's not even canitas.
But growing up in that era, as you know, the era we grew up into was it was very hard. You know what I'm saying? So it changed between now and then. You know what I'm saying? So we got to at least see some of the things in fruition, such as, graffiti was my first love of art. Yeah, I used to live right by the double J train, which was the elevated trains.
Wait.
Yeah.
You see, my wife always told me that shit ain't real. What did you just say? Double J, right?
Yeah.
Right back in the day was double letters, right?
Yeah, everything was back in the days. Everything was JJ, the CC, the GG, the RR. Everything was double. As things got progressed in the future, they chopped off one letter and everything became one solo letter, one solo alphabet.
But for Puerto Ricans, it wasn't the GG, it's LGG.
LGG. So
that's where I grew up.
That's pretty much the era from the 75 baby disco, everything from freestyle music, George Lamont, everything like that. Then
okay. Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I like that you bring that up, because I was considered Latin hip hop. Shout out to Lisa and Kojang, because that's the godmother of the music. Who was your go-to artist? Was it George?
Nah, you had Coro. You know what I'm saying? You had TKA. You know what I mean? It was a little bit of you had Lizette Melendez.
Yeah.
There was a little bit of everybody. You know what I'm saying? So there was really no go-to, as long as my main thing was get it while we have, because that time is no longer here. I mean, the people are still existing. They're still, progressing as artists individually, but we had like a little concentrated time back then. So,
definitely.
I'm glad I had the maxi singles, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. That kids.
Were you one of the ones with the trench coat and the ponytails back in the day running around, bro?
Yeah, I had a pony. Yeah, I still got it now. You know what I mean? So,
I'm talking shit. So do I, bro. It's a friend of mine had met this white girl, and he, all plain cut. Like, when you say, I'm Puerto Rican, say, wow, you really don't look like. Why you say it? Like, because most of them have ponytails. I was like, oh wow. We live in the stereotype, kiddo. I love it.
They definitely went that way. But that's the era I'm from. Just to give you a little brief, synopsis of the beginning of who I am. You know what I mean?
All right. So where did the inspiration come from? Because you have incredible artistry, right? And a color. So, and obviously with the graffiti, you're talking about the JJ. I know those trains were just plastered.
Yeah.
With graffiti art. So what else was that early inspiration?
I mean, the early inspiration was Alcaltura, Puerto Rico. You know what I'm saying? We come from a very vibrant country. That's something that's been in me since I was born. You know, my dad was the one that actually instituted that into me. Coming from
Beautiful.
PR, coming out here to the States, you know, definitely do not lose your roots. So it's hard to lose something that's really embedded in your spirit as a kid growing up. So everything that I do is just a representation of what I am inside. So it's really that simple. I don't really have no like scientific breakdown of what I do and why I do it, man. It's just something that, to be honest, it needs to be done. So I'm glad I'm able to wake up every day, do what I do, and there's people like yourself appreciate it and put me onto a platform that I can express it to everybody else. So it's mostly familia and culture, man.
Wonderful.
That's really it, B. You know what
See,
I mean?
all right, and see, and a lot of your art, you have terms like, let me, the sticker that wifey got in the mail, palante, right?
Yeah, yeah, man.
Right, that.
Yeah.
I've seen, this is mine. I took this from mine. This is mine, kiddo. That's my hero too.
Oh, I got you. I got you.
Beautiful, right. And then I see other term. I see that you got young lords and
Yeah.
whatnot. That's not something that we as Puerto Rican kids learn about in school. So who kind of puts you on to these heroes here and these terms, palante and all that, young lords?
Most of it was fam, because fam kind of my family kind of knew them growing up. They're from the 60s and 70s, so they
Okay.
actually intermingled to that. Passed on books like these to me when I was actually younger.
Oh, say word.
This actual book. People don't know if they read nowadays, but these are books. You know what I'm saying? So these are jewels that the family passes on, my pops, and here's stories from my mom and my uncle. And then as you get older, you start doing the knowledge of self for yourself. You do your own readings. You know what I'm saying?
Excellent.
It's something for me personally. My journey and who I am today is because that's something that's embedded within my spirit and what I have to do and what I have to find out. So I think is this my calling, man? I mean, it's just something that who I am and what I'm here for and what I'm doing every day. So it's everything from, like I said initially in the beginning, cultura, familia, and then from there, just building so at least the young ones don't forget who they are, man. Because the thing is, they did so much for people.
Yes,
And
they did.
they by the people for the people, and we still here as the people. So let's not take what they did and just push it away. Let's just actually bring it up to the level of we can see and keep building it forward. So
Exactly. Bring it forward and add on.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. So my fam is the one that put me on, and everything else was
Beautiful.
just myself going in high school and going forward, man, for real.
Everything was myself having to find out in
Yeah.
regards to our heroes.
Yeah.
Thank God for the internet, because I started researching. All right,
Yeah. Yeah.
who are great Puerto Ricans? I knew very little. And anything that was kind of portrayed to us was always something really wild and propaganda, if you
Yeah.
will.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like Lolita Loren. Oh, she was crazy. No, man, there was reasons all that shit was going on, and you didn't read the papers from the time. They called us savages and
Oh yeah.
animals. They
Yeah.
were calling, and that's us. That's Puerto Ricans
Yeah. The
as a
ones that
whole.
call the savages were the savages.
Exactly. It was
We
wild times, man.
Yeah. We civilized those savages, and they try to flip it back on us.
Of
So
course.
the main thing is just do the knowledge and make sure you understand and that you don't get caught up in their trigonometry of what they're trying to do to make you think you're the evil, and you're not the evil. You're actually the good ones doing what you got to do. So
Of course. Well, that's in our nature to be welcoming, right?
yes, sir.
It's our own fault. Coño, pendejo. We got to get better than that. Anyway, so were you self-trained then in your artistry? Is that something you kind of did yourself, or did you go and kind of educate yourself further to kind of get better at the craft?
I mean, growing up in Queens, I used to live on the third floor, so I used to pretty much copy the J trains right through the window. So my first light box was my parents' bedroom window, and I would trace the trains right through there. So that was pretty much my first introduction. Then meeting other artists in the neighborhood as we got older. But it was pretty much like something that I took as a hobby as a kid. It kept me in my own little solitude. You know what I mean? Like mommy didn't have to bother me because I was drawing. I was in a pain in the ass at the moment. You know what I'm saying? So that was just my way of being my own little laboratory.
Nice.
And then from there, going to junior high school and high school, doing art, this, that, the
What
third.
schools you went to since you were in New York?
New York, I went to public school 82 in Queens, junior high school 217 in Queens, Hillcrest High School in Queens as well. Yeah, Chilcrest. Okay. And then college, I did a little time there. I went to FIT, Fashion Institute of Technology.
Okay.
Out there in Manhattan. So that was me, pretty much taking what I learned from public school, elementary school, junior high school, and high school. See what I can do. That's why it made me want to go to college, to take it to that next level, to see if I can, to see if I really got what I got. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha. And so when was the first time you started stepping into the journey? Because I heard, little rumors too. You kind of got into music production and all that other stuff too.
Oh yeah,
Kid.
yeah,
Get
yeah.
hustle.
Yeah, I mean, being Boricua, we got that spirit, man. I mean, it's everything about us is art. The way we speak, the way we talk, the way we dress, the way we walk, the way we make love. Everything is a communication of art. You know what I'm saying? So it's just all about you being able to tap in within yourself. I think everybody has that ability, but you yourself have to actually tap into that. You know what I mean? Like I tell people all the time, without Black culture, there is no culture. You know what I'm saying? So but for me, I think it was since I was a kid in the beginning, and I just always wanted to do something. I'm like, if they can get on the train and do that, why can't I do it? You know what I mean? What makes them want to do that? So that was an issue for me to spark that actually just started everything off was graffiti, man. Once graffiti, I knew about that, and it was just from there, man. It was just graffiti was what actually initiated everything for me. I ain't gonna lie. I still, as you can see, my style of dress, everything that I do in my work, man, that's just pretty much my influence right there from that initial beginning was graffiti when I was a child.
Was there any particular artist that inspired you within the graffiti realm? Because I know, back home we had tons of amazing,
yeah, I mean, you got
bombers,
yeah, I mean, in Queens, so we had the J trains with Brooklyn, a lot of Brooklyn heads. So, but I had a dude named Drew, JEW was big, JD. But in the Bronx, you had Cope, King B, you had Tats Crew. You know what I mean? So it's one thing about
Crew. Oh my god,
Tats Crew.
Old school.
Bomb 5, Serve. As a kid, as a graffiti writer, you get around. You know what I'm saying? You meet other artists. Don't make a difference what type of ethnicity you are. You just meet other dope ass artists. So you got to see it. Graffiti allow you to travel and not to stay within an actual one sector. Like a lot of people get caught up in the state that they're in, or the borough, the town, or the pueblo. Being an artist, we actually we were nomadic. We didn't stop. You know what I'm saying?
You transcend localities.
Yeah. We were normalized trains. We were trains ourselves. So we was always on the express. So it was cats like that. And even cats like that now still inspire me. I check out their work. There's one dude named Stem. He's another graffiti artist. Stem is dope as hell. YNN crew. There's just so many, B. You know what I mean? My main thing is inspiration comes from anything and anybody. The main thing is make sure you inspire yourself. And that's the key, man.
Do you still post up art, in places, go bombing? Is that still a thing?
It's still a thing, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna lie, I'm not caught up into it as of yet, you know what I mean? Because I got a lot of responsibilities, you know what I'm saying, and I can't risk those responsibilities right now. But a lot of people do legal walls, a lot of people get into galleries, so if they do that, that's by all means, to each his own, do what you got to do. But the art is still there. Graffiti started in the trains, and that's where it's going to end in the trains. You know what I'm saying? That was the actual initial canvas, was trains. Anybody says different, they're not really a graffiti writer or writer at all. That's where it all started, and that's where it all was going to end. You know what I'm saying?
That's something you're inspired to do, to get into a gallery, and let's start showing some of this amazing art that you got too. I mean, is that something you aspire to?
Yeah, actually, what it actually initially inspired me was when Puerto Rico had the hurricane. That was going through the time my father had transitioned at the same time. So I did it. It's all good. That actually was like a blessing for me, because it got me into giving back to the community of PR. Over here being the diaspora, being out here in New York City, wanting to also show love to the people back home. You know what I mean? So I did a lot of fun. I got caught up in a few fundraisers. Grumpy Bert was one I did. Pinta por la Patria with Danielle de Jesus.
Grumpy Bert.
Yeah, she's a known artist. She got me. I got involved with that. CDC in the Bronx and the Point, I got involved with that too. Rhino from Gorilla Grooves Radio. You know what I'm saying? So a few other things is what pretty much initially started me this to give back to the island. And then once I did that, I had my first art show at TME Studios out in the Bronx as well.
Cool.
Those are the homies. So that was really the initial started getting my work out there little by little. You know what I mean?
How was that art show though feeling for you?
The art show was tremendous, man. To see people go out there and actually want to purchase your work, and actually just want to see you, even if they don't purchase anything, they get to meet you face to face. I come from a social, climate where we actually talk to people growing up. You know what I mean?
I understand you 100.
This text in this world, man. I come from us talking.
We socialize.
You know what I mean? We talk, you know what I mean? We hash things out. We meet each other. So it was a dope meet and greet. The love was tremendous from the brothers out there in Bronx. Because a lot of times in New York City, sometimes the brothers don't connect. They kind of stay separate. You know what I'm saying? Bronx stays with the Bronx, Brooklyn stays
Yeah.
with Brooklyn. So I'm a kid coming from Queens, connected with cats in the Bronx, especially the South Bronx. So that was dope too, man. And they showed me mad love. So it was a blessing, and I appreciate it to this day, man. And I got another show. I'm start doing more work to come out soon. So that was this initial beginning for me that actually put the fire in my back to get everything going. You know what I mean?
Wonderful. And talk about this piece right here, man. The homie himself, Miles.
Oh, you talking about this one right here?
Epa, look at that. You have the piece right there. Look at that. Beautiful, man.
Yeah. That was just my Puerto Rican version of Miles Morales. Bobbito enters the universe. You know what I mean? I always got to put a flip onto it because, we don't get that much representation, or to be honest, we don't get no representation really. So figure, why keep complaining about the representation? Why don't we just represent ourselves?
Exactly. Make sure that we keep reminding them as well, because a lot of people forget that Miles is half Puerto Rican.
Yes.
So don't forget that, please. It's kind
of, what I mean? So my thing is, every time I can put something out there, I'm gonna put my little twang onto it and put the Boricua part into it as well.
That looks great, though. That looks great. Great job on that, bro.
Appreciate that.
Ooh, talk about this. What's this?
Oh, this one right here? The Unity one?
You got it everywhere. Nice, bro.
The Unity piece.
I mean, what's that created on?
Yo, actually, that was a silla that I had in my abuela's house that I broke the bottom of the chair and I kept
it.
So this is madera. This is solid madera.
Oh, man, look at that. Say word.
All the way from Malaysia. You know what I'm saying? So just to give you a little insight, most of my work, I like to do it on stuff that's organic. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna knock people that do shit on canvas, you know what I mean? But I'd rather do something that has a little bit more life to it. So some pieces that people have bought from me actually were pieces of furniture that I used to have in my house. And so you might not know that piece you bought. Yeah, I might have did something on it, but it's older than you holding it. You know what I'm saying? So and that's the wizard. You know what I mean? Without that Cheech wizard, Baudet. You know what I'm saying? Anybody that knows Baudet and growing up in that time, that was just like influencer to graffiti artists or artists in general. So that was just my interpretation of actually doing it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's fire, man. Was that a piece that was displayed at that art show or no?
Yeah, actually nobody purchased that one, so I still got it. So the pieces that I just showed you, most of them I still have. So I haven't sold those yet. You know what I'm saying? So I still got them in the stash. You know
but they are available for purchase, right?
Oh yeah, they're all available for purchase. They're all
right there, right? It's at Bobbito Ross, right?
Yeah, www.bobbitoross.com.
Gotcha. Just want to make sure people know, man. So you guys could purchase original art and support a real original artist right here, folks. Oh, this is fire!
That's my interpretation of the Wu Flying Ace versus the Red Baron. You know what I mean? Those are handcrafted, carved wood, 12.5 by 12.5 in diameter. I grew up liking Charlie Brown, loving Snoopy. You know what I'm saying? So is this my way of just incorporating like my childhood? Don't ever forget to lose the child. Don't lose the child in yourself, man. You know what I'm saying? Once you lose that child, everything else you got in life is you pretty much become an automaton and you work for them instead of you working for yourself. You know what I'm saying? So for me, that was just incorporating the love as a kid, man. And I just wanted to give something that was, the piece speaks for itself without even me speaking about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, okay. Right there, we got Happy Highs, to both of you. BX in the house.
Appreciate that love. Appreciate
the last piece reminded me of 2 Train going to Cardinal. Hey.
Appreciate that.
Shout out, homie. Thank you for tuning in. But this is a beautiful piece, yo. Oh, dope. What did I say?
Okay, so anybody who's seen Charlie Brown, they always got, it's the great pumpkin Charlie Brown. It's the great Wu Charlie Brown. Because, Wu-Tang was a big influence for me growing up as well. So it's just my way of just paying homage and incorporating, other parts of my life. You know what I mean? Charlie Brown, Wu-Tang, just, mash them together. And you got that piece right there, man.
Yeah, Wu was definitely my stuff. It's still my jam, In the coming weeks, I'm going to be talking to the producer of the last album that dropped with Remedy and Wu-Tang.
Got you.
So we're going to be talking, So, we're going to keep it on that Wu vibe because much love. That show is kick-ass. I don't know if you've been tuning in.
I haven't peeped it yet, so don't spoil it yet. You know what I'm saying?
So, mira, esto es lo que pasa. Nah, man. It may not be a watching cheddar. Ain't no way I'm going to ruin that for you. But it's a fire show, yo. You would definitely enjoy it.
Appreciate that. I definitely got to check it out. And that one,
Oh,
what's cool about that piece, that's like the top of the oven range. So that's an actual metal piece that belonged to my grandmother's oven range. You know what I
get
mean?
out an oven range piece.
Yeah, it's solid metal. You can use it if somebody comes into your house, bang them, and at the same time just put it back on your wall. You know what I mean? So it's just like, without resistance is nothing. You know what I'm saying? As a people, we have to resist. If not, you gotta be. Revolution starts within yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Good.
So that's just my way of just actually incorporating that. But that's pretty much a backstory on that right there. You know what I mean?
Is this piece still available as well?
Oh yeah, everything that you got is all available. Everything.
Gotcha. How much does this piece weigh, being that it's metal?
How much it weighs?
Yeah,
No, it don't weigh that much, man. Just imagine the top of your oven. If you have to put a little cover
on top.
All right. But it's solid. It's solid. You know what I mean?
Gotcha. And what about the wood ones? Is that heavier than these?
They're not heavy. I'm about to say maybe like 10 pounds, 12 pounds at most, maybe like 2 bolas of sugar. You know what I mean? Right. it ain't that much. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
I just try to make it that it's something special besides this. The artwork is maybe I like a story to something, everything that I do. The story sometimes it keeps it, it traps you in there, and it's like, wow, he not only just did a piece, there's a story behind it. And that makes it more special for the actual person who's purchasing it. So now they can speak that story to everybody else. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha. That
one, I have it, but I didn't want to unwrap it. That's like 3 feet by 3 feet. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, word. Okay.
Yeah, that's a big ass piece.
Oh,
right
wow.
There.
Word.
That's just it's called Cosmic Fusion. That one right there is just my love of, 2 things, man. La Isla de Encanto, and then Wu-Tang, love, and then putting in the universe. You know what I'm saying? That was pretty much one piece that kind of started a lot of things for me. You know what I'm saying? Just the idea of merging those 2 images together. You know what I'm saying? And then I just ran with certain canvases like that. Hats I'll show you. Pins I'll show you as well. But that one image right there, it was something I had on my computer, my backdrop. And then people wanted it at actual T-shirts, and actually started blowing up from there.
Oh,
I just took it to another level. So that's a 3 feet by 3 feet piece right there. You know what I'm saying?
This piece is what inspired the website?
Not the inspired the website itself, but the imagery right there actually inspired so many others. But what inspired the actual website is pretty much that logo. That's my dad right there. That's just how back in the 60s, everybody had the afro. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So he got the switchblade, but that's a switchblade brush to paint. You know what I'm saying? So that was just my way of paying homage to the family. Don't forget your roots, because without the roots, you ain't got a tree.
Yeah, I was saying, I love this logo, man. I love it. And folks, check this out. Check this out. This is mine too, yo. Right there.
Dale. And that yellow right there is because Roberto Clemente from the Pittsburgh Pirates.
Well, kind of think about my colors. There you go, right? Yeah.
So, my colors are very subliminal. You know what I'm saying? Very subliminal.
Yeah, man. And so you folks see, I mean, look at that sticker version. That's so gorgeous. I love it. But I love this logo, man. This looks fantastic. Rest in peace to your pops, man. But this looks
appreciate that.
Beautiful, bro. Wow. I was digging it. I'm all about branding. I was like, oh, wow, this is fire.
Yeah, I had to, man. Like, anytime you do something, I've learned coming up from our era, man, it's all about branding, man. You had to make yourself original, or in a sense, you have to stick out. And if you don't stick out, then what are you really doing, man? You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you really doing? So for me, the logo speaks without even being spoken about. It's just strong itself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. And you have some of that swag there. You have a hat. What are you talking about?
Oh yeah, I mean, this was one of the pins that I did. This was an actual piece that I did. This is the Wu Yasuke. Yeah. So the piece right here, this was actual painting, but I actually vectorized it and made it into a pin.
Oh, dope, dude.
So this right here, is embossed in the back right here. You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
That's one of them right here. Even with the Wupalantes, these are what they're called, Wupalantes. These are enamel pins right here. You know what I'm saying?
Fire, dude.
Definitely can't forget the red, black, and the green, or the Boricua one. You know what I'm saying? This is also the pin as well for that. These are all available on the site. You know what I'm saying? And definitely can't forget where it all started from, the Flagelates.
Yeah, man.
Enamel pins right here.
Oh, wow, though. Bro,
these all enamel pins. And then I'll get one over to you because you don't have this one. This is the actual pin to the one that you got there.
Say word.
So
Wow.
I got all your info. So this is my way of giving you a little Xmas treat.
Oh
You
man,
know what I'm saying?
thank
I
you,
got you.
bro.
So I'll make sure before, by tonight I'll pack it up for you and get it out there to you.
Oh,
And
thank you. Bless,
my
bro.
way of saying thank you. And like I told you about Charlie Brown, I make them all the way we supposed to be. That's Charlie Brown, but the low life Charlie
Definitely.
Brown. You know what I'm
I
saying?
love it.
That's just some of the pins. I got other stuff, but the more we talk, I just bring stuff out little by little to show you. You know what I mean?
That's great, man. So, what was it? So, how was it to open the store, man? When did you do the shop? What did it
The,
to all that for you to finally do that?
the shop, it was something that had to get done. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, you got the ability, you got the talent, like in life, you have to have a great woman by your side. My lady was like, yo, put your shop up. So what are you waiting for? So
Nice.
I put my shop up, you know what I mean?
Did you know
Uh,
what you were doing when you put it up? Were
Say it
you
again.
aware? Did you know what you were doing? Were you aware of how to even create a shop?
Yeah, I already knew it because
Oh, nice.
I got into other things growing up. I had other businesses prior to this, like trying to get into it. So that's one thing about how our era is. We like to learn things. So before somebody tried to
Truth.
do it for us, we learned ourselves. You know what I'm saying? So I can't wait for the next man or woman and do it. I can do it for myself. You're a human being, so why can't I do it too? You know what I'm saying? So I already learned about how to go to different shops to get it done, and then it was just getting it done, man. If you can read, there's a lot of things you can do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
truth, goddamn truth,
it ain't
bro.
hard, man. A lot of people, do a lot of shaking and baking, but when it's time to put the shit in the oven, they don't want to do it. So I already had all the ingredients. My thing was, all right, cool, let's just get that oven popping already and get shit going. So
Nice, nice.
I already knew how to get it, get the domain name, get it LLC, got to do all that other crazy shit. You know what I mean? I could tell people how to do that too. I mean, people get scared. That's the main. I think what happens is people get overwhelmed and get scared about fear about becoming something different. But the great thing about being different is you're opening up another chapter to yourself that you didn't know if that was going to be there. So don't be scared of yourself, man. Embrace that, Embrace it.
So let me ask, man, just based on the way that you speak, do you aspire to maybe be a motivational speaker or a coach?
I mean, if anybody wants to, I mean, it's cool. I mean, I've done got hit up. I'll be honest, What this is what's priceless to me. I'm gonna tell you right now. I got hit up by a few people that I inspired them to start their own business.
Awesome, dude.
So for me, that's priceless right there, and that's why you have to aspire to inspire others to become and have the confidence. Because we all go through issues, man. I have my little depression. I have my little being insecure growing up and all that. Until you come to the part of you got to like yourself and you love yourself before anybody else can do it for you. Once you solidify that, people can see that within yourself. You know what I'm saying? And we a talker, man. Our people are talkers. You know what I'm saying? We come from a talking country. You know what I mean? So I'm always willing to help anybody else out the same way. If they were able to help me out growing up, because I didn't have that as growing up myself. So I put myself in a position where there's a young person, whether it be a male or female right now, that has the same, predicament. Hey, if you want to talk to help to get some type of, reassurance or maybe some little steps to help you out, by all means, just hit me up, man. I'm only a DM away or email away. You know what I mean? I'm not, like, my time on this planet is only temporary. Appreciate me while I'm here before I'm not here.
Yeah, man. That's what I told people. I'm gonna open a book. If there's a question that maybe I could answer, hey, I have no secrets because Tom Billieu, this millionaire.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
was at a party in San Diego, and he goes like, "Yo, share your knowledge with people because at the end of the day, less than 1% is actually gonna take action in what you said."
That's true. 1000% what you just said.
Right? You know what I mean?
That's true.
So share. Who
Yeah.
cares? Because they're not gonna be your competition. The motherfucker is gonna sit on that for all their life and keep asking, "Oh, I never did anything." Well,
And
you
like
were given some knowledge.
and like Big Daddy Kane said, competition is none. You know what I mean? Everybody got their own lane. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? I don't
absolutely.
think, while you weren't about that competition, you just need to be focusing on your own track. It's like a highway. Everybody got their own lane. You got your own car, drive at your own pace. You know what I'm saying? Don't be worrying
Absolutely.
about the next man or the next woman. That's what's going to slow your plan down. Just keep going forward, man. I'm on a train, that's on a track. They got no brakes. Jump on with me. Jump on with me. If not,
Pelham 1, 2, 3.
that's it, man. You got it. That's just like this episode 1, 2, 3, man. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Got to keep going forward. So I'm open. I'm open for that. People always told me that, but I've gotten people to hit me up and ask me, that thank them for inspiring them to do that. And for me, that's a blessing, man. That's part of one of my callings I see. So I'm just doing what I gotta do. You know what I mean?
So, have you written a book? If not, that might be a great way to step into that.
Not as of yet. So if anybody wants to, we can go from there, and then I'll start the writing and do it. You know what I mean? Like I said, I got limited and unlimited time on this planet, so take it while you can. You know what I'm saying? So if that's an idea, let's get it going, man. You know what I mean? Just put that on the paper and get it going.
So, as an artist, this current time of COVID affect you negatively, or did
Nah,
you
B,
find
that's
yourself
you.
finding more?
Nah, COVID was, man. Listen, I grew up in the '80s, and the '70s, and the '90s, B. And imagínate everything we dealt with that we didn't even know we had out there.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, we do some
So
nutty shit.
COVID. I mean, this world nowadays likes to, it's a fear thing or whatever everybody wants to believe. You believe what you want to believe at the end of the day. But for me, it just gave me an opportunity just to buckle down even more and still do more and still create and still create. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, you're only going to get affected on what you allow to affect you, regardless of COVID or not. So, COVID could be here today and tomorrow. That just should not stop you from doing what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? That's just a lot of excuses people like to do, and we got to live in a day and age that let go of the excuses and have more solutions instead. You know what I'm saying?
Ain't that the truth, kiddo? So, is there any new works that you're working on that we're gonna start seeing around?
Oh yeah, I got a few coming. I can't really talk about them now because I'm still finishing them, so you'll see them soon. You know what I mean? But I have some works that I'm trying to get rid of as well. This is another piece.
Oh, cool. What's that?
This is like an oven warmer on the top of your oven. These are like the wicker.
Oh, I remember those. Yeah.
Abuelita house would have them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So this to give you an idea. This was another hat, like a wicker hat, but I did it with the machetero symbol.
Machetero. Let them know what macheteros are, all right? Because what's a machetero?
Yeah, macheteros are basically people that fought for the island and fought for the country itself, man. And the thing is, a lot of times, even going back to the Young Lords, why I even talk about the Young Lords.
Yeah, man.
They were like our modern day superheroes, B.
Yeah.
We ain't got no Spider-Man. Where you see Spider-Man at? We don't got no Tom Holland. That shit ain't real. You know what I'm saying? There is no Batman for us. You know what I'm saying? There is no Superman for us, B. So like Lolita Lebron, Pablo Guzman, everybody back in the days that were doing what they got to do, were our modern day superheroes.
No,
so to lose that whole embodiment of what they did is like saying what they did was for waste. And I'm saying, like, I never forget what they do.
Ooh, I need that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't forget what they do. You know what I'm saying? And people like, oh, you just making merch off it. Nah, it's not a merch thing. At the end of the day, it's one of those things that you see it, you start to remember it, and then you do the knowledge for yourself. It's like a talking piece. You know what I'm saying?
It is, because people will ask, what do you mean, Young Lords? What's that? Oh, time to educate you, motherfuckers. Let me show you.
I have ladies that are older, like in their 60s and 70s, and I'll have my t-shirt like, oh my God, I remember them. So that's just to show you that there are people out there that know what's up. It's just all you know what's up. You know what I'm saying?
What's his name? That reporter, he was a young lord. And so was Pablo Guzman, but the other dude, what's his name? Rivera, Gerardo Rivera. He was one of the lawyers.
So
he was a young lawyer.
People don't know about it. You know what I'm saying? They have no idea. So it's one way of just keeping their spirit alive and pushing it forward. So back to your question, I have more works coming out. I'm working on these now. Like I was telling people in one of my stores, I got about maybe 6 of these. This is a solid madera. I'm trying to just freestyle some. If anybody wants to commission any of them for me.
Okay, that's what I wanted to ask. Is commissions?
Oh yeah, I take commissions, man.
Is there a specific rate?
It all depends on what you're trying to do. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't like to like one person hit me up with a commission. As long as it's something I can do and it's a reasonable time frame, I can knock it out. You know what I mean? I always tell people to send me all your information. Let me know what you're trying to get. Like the same way we talking right now is the same way I'll talk to a customer. Let me know what you got in your mind so I can bring your idea, or let me freestyle what I can do. Because that Wu Yasuke piece that I showed you, that was an actual idea, but then I freestyled and did my own shit to it. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So most of them are just ideas people might give me, or I just have it myself. So I'm open for commissions, and I might be even teaching soon, maybe like do an hour.
Hey.
So if anybody's interested in getting down with, Bobbito's teaching class, by all means, let me know. We can sit down and talk about it. It's something that I'm trying to just open up the doors. Like you said, even going back to COVID, COVID made me realize what options you have to have. You know what I'm saying? Like, so if one door closes, you ain't got door B, C, D, E, F, G.
That's the truth.
You know what I'm saying? So for me personally, allowed me to have more opportunity and give myself more options by opening up more avenues for me to go to. You know what I'm saying? More streams for me. Think about it. If I didn't keep doing what I was doing, you and I would not be talking right now.
Oh, absolutely. My wife ran into, for example, folks, she, ordered these earrings. Let me show you. She's like,
Yo,
oh my God. She went nuts. She went nuts on your shop, kid. I said, oh, I ordered more. That's coming. I wish it all could have came. So, earrings right here.
no, you getting everything because the actual tracking numbers I've seen, they're on your way.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's a lot. There's a lot. There's a lot, yo.
Yeah, and those
There's
are
a
one of a
lot.
kind pieces. Those are laser cutted on
Oh,
wood.
word?
Those are laser cut on wood. Yeah. See, the thing is, I collaborate with certain people that have the same love of art that I do.
That's
You know what I'm saying?
wonderful.
So another Boricua who actually carved those. He lives out in Washington, named Luis. We hooked up. He did a couple of pieces for me. Then I started making them into chains or into keychains or into earrings. So she actually caught the last earrings. So that when she told me about it, I said, yeah, yours. You know what I'm saying? Get them. Because I try to keep things exclusive and limited as possible because it kind of resonates to you better when you know that you have one piece or two pieces.
Yeah, something
like
special.
when you start like rolling out 1,000,000 of them shits, that shit don't, for me, it ain't the same no more. So I never reproduce the same artwork. Going back to customs, if somebody has a custom piece that you like, I'm never going to do that piece for you. I'm going to have to do something else differently for you. So just keep that in mind as well. You know what I mean?
Okay, you hear that, folks? Man, he offer commissions. I mean, you all you got to do is follow him on Insta and Facebook.
Yeah.
The website's there. You know what? Maybe we should visit the website before we go real quick, man, because you'll be killing it.
Yeah, look, even these, check these out. I got book bags, B. You know what I mean?
No. Oh, that's fire, bro. Hold on.
And these are solid book bags. You know what I mean? This ain't the bullshit.
Oh, I see the padding on the back and everything.
B.
Yeah. I love the logo, man. It looks so good on that corner.
This was another piece I did called Indio. This was an actual painting that I did.
Bro, that's the type of shit I need because I know for a fact that I'm very high percentage of Taino. Oh, nice.
So I've learned how to just take in merchandise and brand myself because growing up, you got brand, baby. It's all about branding.
There you go. Oh, that's gangster. Love it.
You know what I'm saying? It's all about branding what you got to do. And nowadays, you got to definitely put yourself out there and put yourself into more avenues. And like I always tell people all the time, man, you have to have these main things: knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Without knowledge, there ain't going to be no wisdom and you're not going to have any understanding. So you have to have an understanding with things, have knowledge, and then you're going to have some wisdom. And that will allow you to go forward in life and not get caught up in the same traps you got to as earlier when you was younger or even older. So also with the website, you're showing people there's a lot of stuff on there that I haven't even posted. So if you ever go into the website, I got Bluetooth speakers that I'm up there that I'm selling right now. I got luggages, I got suitcases, you know what I'm saying? So like if you go into
got suitcases, maletas and all that good stuff. Okay.
Yeah, if you go into like the accessory section, I got fanny packs. I mean, you name it, I got it. I got
and that's what my wife likes. She said, "Oh, I like that fanny pack."
Yeah.
like the fanny pack. Really awesome.
Happy life is what I heard.
Hey, whatever. So those are stories they tell you.
Yes. So I go with the positive. It got the you know what I mean? Oh, yo, I got that same piece right there on an actual suitcase.
I see it right there. Look at the maleta right there.
I ain't playing, man. Yeah, B. You know what I mean? Definitely. And one thing also I like to let people know, like without us forgetting Africa, being Africano, don't ever forget that. You know what I'm saying? Without Black culture, there is no culture. Absolutely. Sometimes a lot of Boricuas don't want to actually understand that and admit to that. So I always put that into my artwork. So if you see the Roberto Clemente piece, he's standing in front of the continent of Africa. People might love him for a baseball player, but they might not love him for being a black man. You know what I mean?
Look at this.
So that's the main thing as well. Yeah, the Agua de Sangre, the actual Afro Bobbito one, all those are still available, man. I got those tucked away in my closet. You know what I'm saying?
Really, all tucked away, man. You must be single, because I know my wife would have been going nuts.
Oh yeah, this one right here, you're looking at right there.
Oh, beautiful, bro! Look at that.
And
So
these are
that's the
all
actual piece. Okay.
actual
So
piece right here. This is the actual canvas right here. The actual canvas.
there you go. There you go, folks. You could get a real size, idea. Oh,
So
that's dope.
I
Why
try.
inspired that, bro? Who broke your heart, bro? That's like, damn, so somebody
Nah,
stabbed you right in the heart,
nah, ain't nobody. It was just a sketch that I did working on a job that I didn't want to be at.
bro. Okay.
So I realized being at that job was killing me.
Oh,
So
man.
it's time for me to leave this job and pursue my life and pursue actually what we're talking about right now. You know
So
what I'm
how
saying?
did you feel to take that step though? Finally, when you said that, because
Um,
trabajo, I'm gonna survive on me.
I mean, it's scary at the same time because a lot of people don't think having our career as a job, especially
Especially coming.
especially coming from Boricua families. Or like you're an artist, papi. No, you need to go
¿Qué es
get
eso?
you need to get a city job.
Yo estás
Because
dibujando. ¿Qué es
yeah,
eso?
that's nothing. So but luckily, I believe in myself, and then once you believe in yourself, everybody around you will resonate that, and they'll start believing in you too. But you got to believe in yourself before anybody can first. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it was just like pushing it, and I even got the hats to go with it, the Siempre Palante hats
Oh, nice. I
with the
love it, bro.
elefante on the side as well.
Como un
You know,
elefante. Pa'lante como un elefante.
and like I told you, it started with the
Oh,
hat.
dude, dope cap.
You know what
Wow.
I'm saying? And all of them have my signature in the back.
Nice.
You
Well,
know,
Brandon, kiddo, you got that shit spot on, bro.
got the Young Lords.
That's fire. And I like it with that Australian. Ahí está con la bandera on the side. Very nice. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then can't forget that Young Lords party.
Oh, man.
I
Actually, do you
got.
have buttons for the Young Lords party, bro?
Oh yeah, I got buying on the site too, B. And if
Oh, what? Oh, shit.
and the thing
Nice.
is, I make things happen. You know what I mean? So a lot of times, Boricua things like the Stranger Things. You know.
Yeah,
So,
man.
but I take like I was telling you, you asked me earlier. I take custom, ideas. So like if you see something on the site or something that you like and I don't have it, just hit me up. I bring it to life, man.
I say, yeah, it was you got some Pedro Alviso Campos anywhere, bro?
Oh yeah. Matter of fact, if you look on the site, I got the Ambisu Campo hat and I got the Ambisu Campo actual pin as well.
Nice. I love it. I love it. History.
Yeah, if you go to the hat section, you'll see the Ambisu Campo hat there as well. And I got a whole box of hats that I've done. I got the hip hop one because without hip hop always wins.
All right, how fucking yeah, bro, right?
You know
Who's your go-to artist in hip hop, bro?
My go-to artist in hip hop, I'm gonna say Ghostface Killer, #1, and and Reggie Noble, Redman.
Redman. You see, do you watch Power at all?
I've never seen one episode of Power.
Oh man, it's Sylvester Thomas, very good show.
I haven't seen any of them as of yet. You know what I'm saying? Like I'd be off in my own little world watching certain other options.
There it goes the pin.
And then I got everything from the shirt to the pin to the canvas camper hats, you name it. You know what I'm saying? And anybody who needs to know about Ambisu Campo, just type in the name into Wikipedia or whatever type of thing, and then from there you'll see a lot of information. You know what I'm saying? I got everything from puzzles to ornaments. You know what I'm saying? So
Medicrima.
Yeah, Medicrima. Like I said, a lot of times I don't post everything up on the site because I just rather you go into what's called La Marqueta. You know what I'm saying? Those who know the La Marqueta out there in Harlem, you can find everything in La Marqueta. So
my Marqueta was in Moore Street in Bushwick.
Bang Dale. So I know my mom used to work out there in Moore Street. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
she used to work across the street from the hospital. You know what I'm saying?
Tito, holy shit, you got fucking Tito, son.
Yeah, so I used to chill out there in Bushwick and then in Marcy and then out there, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, the Jedi, yeah, bro, that's dope.
Oh yeah, I got some hand painted actual caps as well that I've done.
Hand painted?
Yeah, those are hand painted. The Jedi's hand painted. Yeah, that's hand painted.
Oh man!
Yeah.
So how easy is it to paint on fabric? And what if somebody said, I have something I would like you to draw on? Do you accept something like that? That type of commission where they're providing you a material?
Yeah, I've always tell people sometimes, like say for instance, you hit me up like, yo, Bobbito, I want to get a jacket done. You do it on the jackets, leather jacket, yeah. But I'll tell you to make sure you get the right size for yourself, or you order it and you send it to me.
Okay.
And to your question, I mean, it ain't hard as long as you got the specific paint because they're different type of paints. There's leather paint, There's acrylic paints. You know what I mean? There's paints for tenis, for sneakers as well. So you got to make sure you get the right pintura for the right actual type of work you're doing for the right product. It might look good, but then it might break down into 2 or 3 days because you might be using the wrong paint.
So how do you even know what to use, bro?
Nowadays it's easy because you can just go to any website.
No. But about for you though, bro. I mean, we came from the old school before esta porquería. So how did you figure that out?
For me, it was just trial and error, man.
Oh, okay, so you fucked some shit up.
Yeah, I fucked a lot of shit up. You know what I'm saying? But to get good, you gotta fuck shit up. You know what I'm saying?
Only in failure do you could proceed.
For me, it was just all about, trial and error. Okay, this works with that. This don't work with it. Yo, my favorite tool to work with is a big pen. Remember the blue clear big pens?
Yeah,
that's what started me. Because growing up, we didn't have money for art supplies. You know what I'm saying? So my art supplies was whatever dry ass marker was in the house, whatever pencil. I didn't have a black book until I was in high school.
Yeah, me too, bro. I ain't seen a black book to high school, and I had other people joining my shit because I wasn't an artist, but I appreciated artists all the time. So I was like, "Yo, go ahead, put a piece in here for me."
And my shit got stolen. So está bien, it's all good. But what I'm saying is, we come from the culture of doing a lot with the very little what we had. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. We take one marker and we take that marker and it could do 50 million things. Nowadays, kids have this or people have this, a smartphone. But ain't that many smart people on smartphones.
Unfortunately.
You know what I mean? Or iPhone, if you have an iPhone, whatever you want to call it, make sure
it's more like Adios.
Yeah, it is. Adios, because a lot of people get caught up into that. Like if your phone ain't making you no money, all you did was make those people that actually made the phones money. And all you're doing is just every time you get paid, you're just giving them money. So, I take the very little essentials that we were given as kids growing up in our family. And I've learned to stretch it out, B. Learned to stretch it out, man. I took the very littles of what we had. All my grandparents were from Puerto Rico and came out here to the States. Some went to Manhattan, and my other family went to Bushwick, Brooklyn, and then they converged into Queens. You know what I'm saying? So my mom is from Manhattan. My father's from Bushwick. My father's from Yauco. My grandmother's from San Dulce. So it's like saying, living in America, you kind of get Americanized, but you also you got to make sure you teach your kids how to not forget where you're from. You know what I'm saying? And that's learning the cultura, learning the language, learning the traditions. You know what I'm saying? Because without that, can you really call yourself Boricua?
Nope, absolutely not. I think not. And I also hate when people just are conveniently Boricua sometimes.
Oh yeah.
Like a lot of stars conveniently only in a time of need. Oh, now I need my people's help. All of a sudden, oh yeah, now I'm down with y'all. All of a sudden,
the convenient time is what, the first week of June.
Right.
Yeah, everybody's body that day, body. But every 364 days besides that, where you at? You know what I mean? So
no one cares.
For me, I try to just make sure as much as I can to represent and make my pops proud and the family proud. And just push that forward, because without that, what do we really have without our roots? We don't have our roots. We become pretty much lost in everything else. That's what this country does. This country pretty much just engulfs you and makes you something that you're not. And then you become something other than what you really are. So, I'm not for that shit at all. And my work says it without even being political on it. You know what I mean? I don't got to get political because then I get ghosted on Instagram and I get shadow banned and everything. So I can't get too expressive that way. But I shall use symbolism in what I do to get back at them. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
Hence why I wear the Illmatic shirt. Without Queens, you can't be Illmatic, B. You know what I'm saying?
Here we go. You're so into a Brooklyn dude here. How
yes,
dare
you know.
Oh man, my J, my Papa, my boot camp. Come on, man.
You know what I mean? Boot camp was heavy for me growing up.
I love boot camp.
Bobby, growing up they were heavy, man. You know what
right. But then I love my Onyx too and all them cats.
Oh
too,
yeah,
that first Onyx album is off the hook.
Hip hop culture, man, for me personally, changed so much for me growing up as a kid. You know what I'm saying? I walk, talk hip hop. I am hip hop. I don't know what it is not to be that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, even though I'm everything else, but that's one of the things that actually that's part of staple within my DNA. People are like, oh, you have an accent. I'm like, I don't know what you mean by an accent, but I guess it is. You know what I'm saying?
Over here, Jesus effing Christ, do I get you must be from New York. I'm like, what do you mean by, oh, you have an accent? I'm like, no, you have a fucking accent. What the fuck you talking about? Talking like with that southern drawl and shit. What the fuck you talking about? Yeah.
So I
Drive me
mean,
nuts.
hey, it's something that that been stuck with us since for a minute. But hey, I'm glad we had that era, man. You know what I'm saying? That era,
Absolutely.
that era made us who we are now,
And we
man.
survived that era because that was a very, very, and see, people don't remember, or kids nowadays, y'all very lucky. Yeah, y'all think it's crazy now.
Nah,
Yeah,
they don't know where we came from, or our parents or our grandparents been through. You know what I'm saying? Like, um, it's very antibacterial the way they grow up nowadays. I grew up with no, helmets, no knee pads and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Going outside when I was already 8, 9 years old as a kid. You know what I'm saying? To now I have to be very careful. My daughter's 14 to even want her to go by herself to school.
oh yeah,
Get what I'm saying? So we live in the world is very scary, and they don't see how scary it is. You know what I mean? But luckily, we survived, and we're doing what we can as much as we can on a positive note to at least keep them safe and build for them, so they don't have to they actually have a foundation. That's why I talked about initially in the beginning was generational wealth is what I'm doing, what you're doing for your family, to build something for them and their kids. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Something growing up, not to say our parents didn't teach us, but they might have had the money for it. I
Not
come
that they
from.
didn't teach us. I think that at least in my case, it was,
Mhm.
oh, get educated, get a job, not get educated and be something of your own.
They
Just,
want
the language wasn't there for us to be inspired to really want to do something. Oh, you need a job, you need a job,
they wanted you to have that security. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They definitely have that security. So it's good things that we're doing it now to actually open their minds, have more options and stuff like
Yeah, to
that.
teach
So
them you could have both.
yeah,
Huh.
you definitely need security, but also have more options in life, and also put away for the future. Because I'm 46, b. You know what I'm
So
saying?
am I, brother.
So you know what I mean. So as a kid, I couldn't see past 25 and 30.
Yeah.
So
Oh, people thought I was not gonna make it past 22.
to be here that we can
One of
go
my
out back.
boys told me that said, an older gentleman that he lived in my building, was a DJ, great dude, bro. And then I remember one day I visited, once I got older and married. He's like, America. I swear to God, kid, I didn't think you were gonna make it past 22, bro. I'm like, damn, bro, for real? He goes, that honest to God, bro. I'm happy you're here, but fuck, bro, I didn't really think that. I've lost a lot of friends already, and it sucks to see our friends
Yeah,
leave us,
and it teaches.
and not accomplish,
Yeah.
certain goals.
And it teaches us to make sure we don't take for granted what we're doing right now. You know what I'm saying? And
Oh yeah,
don't forget about them, and keep them incorporated within our minds, and use that to also give you more inspiration to push yourself forward and forward and forward. Más pa'lante, pa'lante, siempre pa'lante. You know what I'm
siempre
saying?
para adelante.
You know
Agree,
what I mean?
man.
So, I always think
Yeah.
about that all the time. You know what I'm saying? So, my main thing is, what I do is bigger than me. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like a chain on the chain link fence. So when that little link that's on the biggest gate, the big universe gate, I'm just that link. Whoever I can help out, I can help out. If not, I'm just here to do what I can do, man. So I don't always have the answer to why I do what I do. I just know it needs to be done, and that's it.
Yeah, just do it. Just do it. I enjoy what I'm doing, and that's it. If I'm putting good energy to the world, I enjoy it. Why not? And you already have someone about to, get that commission off you. They're already thinking over here. He's gonna
Yeah,
get
yo,
at you, starting with the LLC, grinding for slabs. Look at that.
just hit
Like the
me up
name.
via my DM, and then we talk and we go from there. And whatever way I can help you out, you know what I'm saying. I'll give you some jewels that I've learned and some little hiccups, and then from there, take it on that next step and do what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? Because I got to do what I got to do regardless, and I still got a lot more work to go, man. I'm not even there yet, man. I'm not there
No,
yet.
you and I both, my brother. We're all trying to reach a goal, and my goal is to spread the message of amazing creators like yourself that are out there on the grind, putting best foot forward and putting the best energy out there. I mean, folks, how could you not be inspired by the homie how he's been talking? I mean, I feel fired up. I'm ready to go. I'm like ready to go. Rock out, shit.
I appreciate
Definitely.
that.
You
I
have great
appreciate that.
energy. God bless. I know how I talk to people. I would like to end it like this, where a lot of people not giving their flowers while they're here. So thank you for putting your creativity and yourself out there the way you do. That's very brave and bold of you. So I want to say thank you, and I truly appreciate everything you do, bro. And I wish you nothing but much success going forward. pa'lante, kiddo, for sure.
I appreciate that, man. And right back to you. Thank you for what you do and appreciate what you do. I give you your flowers now, man. Because at the end of the day, it's, when you recognize somebody, it's because they're recognizing you. So right back to you as well, man. Thank you and the missus and your family and what you do. Be safe out there for my family to yours, man. And keep doing what you do because, like I said, we're just a building blocks. And the more blocks we build, we can build going forward, man. So I appreciate you as well. También. Gracias.
Thank you, my brother. And folks, look, I've been sharing it, I know you didn't miss it. So you can follow Bobbito right there on Instagram, Bobbito Ross, Facebook, Bobbito Ross 75. He throws his year out there.
Of course. Got to.
I'm a 75 baby too, but of course please visit the website again. Visit the website, because you could get amazing products. All right. Look at all these dope things you go right here, bro. All right. Awesome stickers, t-shirts. Oh, look at that. I like that. Artwork. You got everything. That's an actual stone, bro?
That's actual brick from my grandmother's house.
Oh, word. That getting sold out.
Yeah. Oh, I got another one. So if it's sold out, just hit me up. We can make it available.
hey, don't take out too many bricks from your grandma's house. I don't want the house fucking falling on her and shit. Like, oye, Bobbito, ¿qué tú hiciste ahora? Damn. Hey, grandma, I'm sorry. The house fell on you. Nah, bro, come on now.
Hey, it's all love. She won't mind at all. You know what I mean? It stays within the family. You know what I'm saying?
So long as they'll pay the bill, I think she'll be happy, right?
She won't mind at all, man. She won't mind at all.
Yeah, I love Bustelo, bro. He was love is love, the Bustelo Moreno. Live your truth.
Appreciate the love, man.
I love, bro. You cut me. I believe Bustelo. I tell you, that's the truth, bro. All right. So with that, folks, I hope you had a good time, yo. All right. So again, please follow the big homie. You heard him. He's a very inspiring young man over here. Amazing artist. Instagram, Facebook, and his website. My outro tells you everything you got to do, right? Thank you for tuning in. Much love. Hasta la próxima. ¡Huepa, mi gente! Later.
Peace.
Thank you for listening to the Comic Crusaders Podcast. If you like the content, please subscribe and turn on notifications. Also, please visit comiccrusaders.shop and our extended podcast family over at undercovercapes.com. And also, make sure to download the Comic Crusaders app on the Google Play Store today.